Hello, everyone, and welcome to Huber Syndrome with Brad Ellis.
Hi.
And Michael Damiani.
Oh.
Got the holidays coming up in the air. The year is almost over. And it's been a big year for Easy Allies. Some changes, some adjustments, primarily with Frame Trap.
One aspect, yeah.
Frame Trap.
time, yeah.
I want to pick your guys' brains about how you are doing with Frame Trap, because I haven't had it's been so busy these last couple months. I just wanted to sit down with you guys and have a check-in. Like, we have our monthly meetings, where we're talking like all business. But
sometimes,
the syndrome zone is a little more chill, a little more my speed.
Well,
so how are
like,
you guys?
what do you want to know about it? Like, our process behind it, or like?
Yeah, your process, how you're liking it, because I am really enjoying my time.
Oh, good.
I like the co-host aspect. I like being flanked by you guys. It's just cozy. It's just a good place to be, flanked by Brad and Damiani. So just, what are your initial thoughts on taking over Frame Trap? Big shoes to fill. Shout out to Ben Moore.
I was very nervous.
Shout out.
Take it over.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping I would get to do like a handoff episode with him. Yeah. But it didn't work. I think his last time here I had COVID or something like that. So
there was COVID. There was like job just happening and it was happening.
It was definitely, I was very nervous the first time because it was, here's all these new responsibilities thrown on you and these shoes to fill already right off the bat. And I was like, oh shit. But I had Damiani with me, which helped so I could like lean on with some things.
Hell yeah.
But after I did the first one, I don't get nervous about it anymore. It's just kind of, you zone up and you go now.
Hell yeah.
That's the way it is for me.
How about you, Damiani?
Yeah, I think Brad stepped into the role really nicely, honestly.
Shout out.
There definitely were a lot of people wanted to see Brad take a crack at that, and I think it was a pretty good transition, despite not being like what you had planned. I think it worked out pretty well. And yeah, Brad definitely, I know I have the label of co-host, but I definitely feel like Brad carries a lot of it with your hosting and your prep work going.
Yeah, I usually do all that, but I like having Damiani because he's like an anchor, I guess, for the show.
Yeah.
Like, I like to Damiani was the first one I think pushed the idea of footage for it more so, which I really like. I think that's I think a lot of the people have enjoyed that too, like the clips.
Heck yeah.
So, and like just ideas, if I had ideas that I always asked Damiani what he think. I liked having just a second opinion about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And because like I've known Damiani for a long time. I love Damiani. So I just want to know what he thinks about stuff.
Yeah.
And what I like about Damiani is I can ask Damiani a question. So my biggest fear of the podcast was the hosting is like filling time. Yeah. Like filling dead air was the hardest thing for me. I'd always get nervous about that shit. Like I always admired like Jones because Jones could talk forever, and just not stop. He can just do it. And I think that's a skill, honestly. Yeah. And I was like, man, I am the exact opposite of that. And I feel like if I have a question or if I need Damiani can like fill space for me. Yeah. Damiani is like my savior in the sense if I'm talking about something, Damiani can ask me a question that will maybe open up another avenue of the topic I wasn't thinking about. Yeah. So I'm like, thank God. Like I like having a little bit of someone to keep you like guided a little bit here and there. Yeah. Because I don't want to just ramble for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I do. I ramble. I talk forever, but I talk about like 100 different things. Whereas Jones can talk about one thing forever. Yeah,
he's super good at it. Yeah.
Damiani, do you feel the same way as Brad was saying? Like you're just the anchor and you're just backing him up?
Yeah, I mean, I always got Brad's back.
Yeah.
Got all your back.
You're my healer.
Yeah.
You're my healer.
I feel like what you're describing is just picking up the skills from game trailers in terms of I think both of you had a little bit of experience with this, going to events and dev walkthroughs. Remember we used to shoot those? Yeah. And the developer would start talking about the game. Yeah. And so one of the things would be, it wasn't quite an interview, but it'd be like, all right, so you just mentioned this. Is there any way you could talk a little bit about that? So like, without having footage, it is a little bit different. So that, I mean, for the viewer, I think that helps them so much. It fills in the gaps. But as that skill set, I think, comes from doing those years and years of those events where you're trying to like get out more information and thinking about what viewers want to hear about this.
That's true. Yeah,
and these were always new games. Yes, I'm seeing it so I can kind of process it, but most of the times, like I haven't had a chance to play this game, which is sometimes a lot of the times the case on Frame Trap.
Yeah,
we all can't play the game because it's like an early release game, or it just came out, and we're all playing so many different games. It's like nice when we do, but you know sometimes it's got to be one person's experience. You have to have the other two people kind of engaged like that. It just comes from that. Also, and same thing, like background doing like interviews and just like hearing an answer. Like that's what you say. Like you're talking about something, you're worried you may be rambling, but it's like I got something in there. You said something, so you give me a moment. I want to ask about this because I got some questions about that.
I love that.
Yeah, I guess it was weird for me because I didn't get a lot of experience in that sense. You know, like dev interviews. Like when I came to Game Trailers, you know, it was a whole different era, I guess. And when I was at Game Trailers, you know, I was the bottom of the totem pole, so I didn't get to I didn't get to go to E3 a lot. I remember, but you know, it's just the way it was. So I didn't get to do a lot of that stuff. A lot of that I learned more just through Easy Allies, kind of doing that. And I usually do the best when I'm thrown into the fire. I like sense that. It always makes me the most nervous, but I usually do all right with it. So I don't know. I guess that's just like it's always sink or swim with me, and I usually tend to like tread upwards, like just really slowly, but maybe I'll get there.
I love it. I love being on the podcast, the Easy Allies podcast, and hearing about NPDs, one of my favorite things of all time.
Yes.
I might have a new thing that I love more. Sort it out.
Yeah. I'm really surprised.
Tell us the origins. Tell us how it went down. That because it's in my opinion it is gold.
Yeah, I'm really surprised how big that's become.
Yeah,
it's like one of the most popular things I see now for the show.
10 out of 10.
And it was just
I love it.
I think I was just something. I remember when we were starting, I was asking Dominic about segment ideas or something like that.
Yeah,
because like we talk. The main thing is talking about a game, but like Ben always had like his Hotake or something.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to do that because that felt very Ben to me and very specific to Ben. And I was like, I should try to come up with my own thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And something just like was annoying me, I think, or something in the game industry at the time. I don't remember what it was.
Something was bugging you.
It could have been the PlayStation Plus catalog or something. Like it maybe was like if you go back to the first one, maybe it'll be around that time, something like that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, just some weird little segment we can just talk about. It wasn't supposed to be a weekly thing, though.
Yeah.
It was just going to be this one-time thing I did.
Dude.
And people really liked it, so I was like, okay. Guess we'll keep it going.
Yeah.
But then someone was like, Sort Out's a little too negative. And I was like, oh, yeah, makes sense, I guess. Because it's usually us complaining about something, like you, me fucking going nuts.
Yeah.
Talking shit on something.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's a little too negative. I like some of the positive stuff, too. I was like, yeah. Okay. So we're doing Keep It Up. Not as popular. I don't think ever usually positivity isn't as popular as negativity, and a lot of people like the rant, and I totally get it.
I love Sort It Out, Brad, because I try to always be positive and benefit of the doubt, silver lining, glass half full, and Sort It Out is like this gateway to be like, no.
Yeah.
What's really bothering me? You know? What am I not gonna let slide?
It feels like, if you're like trying to quit smoking and you got your patch on or some shit. You relapse for like a little bit. Out. Yes. Then you just fucking put it back on and you're like, shit. That's what it feels like almost. But also, big important part of Frame Trap is Dawn. Dawn is hard to get to be in the chair.
Big part of Huber Syndrome.
He's a big part of Easy Allies and just like he's like
holding it the fuck
for
down.
Like the stuff we do mostly. He is our editor.
Yeah,
because I edit a lot, but she's editing other stuff. But Dawn is doing the reviews and like the podcasts.
Yeah, and
he's really stepped it up and helped big time there. Because like I don't want to fucking do that.
Yeah,
because like they're fast,
Yeah,
I'm sure I could learn, but it'll take a while. And I don't got like when we finish Frame Trap, I have to get it ready for the next day. Like I can't edit that fast, dude. There's no way I can't do that. But I love having Don on it. He's hard to get on it, but I love when he's on it.
Yeah,
want him more on it, but I love just throwing something to him here and there. So it's good. But yeah, Frame Trap's good. I would like to somehow, like, I want to make it grow more.
Okay, you have any ideas, guys?
No, not yet. I don't have any like ideas. Like, I haven't been brainstorming honestly about it because I'm just like focused on other things. But like, I want to make it like grow more. I do like that people seem to be enjoying it. So whatever, I am very like, I read feedback on and stuff. So I want to, you know, try to.
I love that. It's always
make the best we can.
It's always so hard finding that balance of like, because like, it's working really well. People are liking it. People like this. Like, do you rock the boat? Do you like, Damiani, you have done like so many legendary shows over the years. You know, I'm sure you got so much feedback on Pop Fiction and Facts and all those and timelines. Like, do you ever like how do you find the balance of like what's working and if it is working, if it's enough? Because I feel like in this industry and just in general, it's like never enough. It's always like, how can you be better? How can you do more? How do you grapple with that?
I mean, it's definitely feels more accelerated nowadays than it was probably 10 years ago. So slightly different frame of reference here.
Sure.
I think you got to be at a good place yourself before the show is. Like, you see like the feedback, it's getting good feedback. And you think it's good, and then maybe you had something you want to try. Like, I had an idea, I'd like to try this out. I think the best thing is to start small.
Like
you might have grand ideas, but I feel like the bigger the change, the bigger the risk, obviously. But also, you can work your way towards that. I don't think you need to go all in for something to do that big of a change. Pop Fiction started very short episode that didn't have a lot of the stuff that, like, after the first few episodes, like, oh yeah, it really should have more to it. It's missing a bunch of stuff, and people asking, why don't you do this, why don't you do that? Well, let's try doing that, and you'll see it kind of like change over time. But also there were, like, you know, things that don't work out, and it's like, all right, they didn't work out. Try something, you know, like roll with that, and, you know, just go back to what you were doing before. And I think it's just, you know, you just gonna like a little bit of a juggling act with that, and you know, being able to be receptive to feedback and understand that the most of the people there, when they like something, they're just telling you, like, they're just being honest about, I like this, can you keep doing this? And like, I didn't like this. Like, it's not like a personal attack against you. They're just like, this didn't really work, man. Like, just like focus more on that. And it's like, sure, like sometimes you'd want something to be different, but it's not what the audience wants. And you know what? Like, rather than trying to transform what you're already working on, that might be a sign. I think I've seen this a lot. Instead of trying to morph your existing thing, maybe do something different. Keep the existing thing, but start working on something else. I think sometimes people try and do too much with one thing, and that's why you see things kind of like, you know, fall apart. Other than nothing lasts forever. So eventually, you do need to maybe make some small changes, but eventually just know it's going to get played out at some point. So you should be thinking of new ideas.
Frame Trap will change throughout time as we go on. But it's, to me, it's the most important thing will never change, which is our game discussion. That's like the main thing. That is the strength of that show, I think.
Pipeline.
That's like the most important thing. Like, sort it out could change in the future. And like, a newer change we did recently was getting more like the listeners and viewers in on things, like with questions. I love hearing
their sorted out.
Yeah, me too. And like, we started like asking them, like I've been letting them know, like, oh, some games we're playing on the thing, so if they have questions about the game, they can write in, because I love hearing from them. It's great, you know. But I have no idea what else is going to come. Everything just do slowly over time. Like Damiani said, not like huge. One day we're not going to be like, yo, we're changing the whole show kind of thing like that. Maybe we'll introduce something different every now and then or something like that.
Love it.
Yeah, it's an ever-evolving thing right now.
Well, you guys are doing wonderfully.
Thank you.
Wanted to pick your brains.
Thank you.
I just haven't checked in with you guys about it. You know, it's a big change, a big undertaking.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of, things move so fast. It's just like, all right, they're hosting now. I'm on Frame Trap. Here we go. It's them. You know, I haven't been like, how are you guys doing with it?
Yeah.
So I just,
I do feel bad about having you all the time, but you play a lot of games, so I'm like, well, kind of have to have him on it.
Yo, spoilers for the next one. I got like so many games I played.
Oh my God.
I got, like, so
Oh my
many
God.
freaking games. Like,
I was just telling Glenn, I was like, I need to give Huber a break.
Yeah, I've got so many.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been great. I love having you on it. I mean, I like having everyone on it, but yeah, it's good. Like,
Love it.
I mean, I can just talk about games with my friends, so
Yeah.
it's pretty sweet.
Before we wrap up, holidays are here.
Mm-hmm.
My family's gonna be out of town, so I'm going to Brad's for
That's
Thanksgiving.
right. Yeah,
Nice.
that's
A
right.
little
Yeah.
Thanksgiving at Brad's house.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, little family get together
Yeah,
there.
I told my parents, they were like, "Oh, sweet."
Nice. Yeah. How about you, Damiani? Got any Thanksgiving plans?
Just usual staying home.
Dude, you can come
But
to my
I gotta
place.
figure out. Yeah, I like figuring out the food.
Yes.
Because well, it's been fun because the last 2 years, Thanksgiving. Okay, so flashback real quick. Thanksgiving for me, living out here used to be go to Chick-fil-A and get a giant platter.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, this was before shit went down with Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
So twofold, it was I don't want to really be eating there anymore. But also my diet. It's like that's not my cheat day anymore. I could move it that week, but
Thursday.
that's gonna I'm gonna have to correct for a few weeks after that. That's kind of rough. I'm like, why don't so Saturday is still like my fun day, but everything's open again. So like I go a little bit overboard on Saturdays, but figuring out a place that like I feel like I can eat a lot of food, but it's still like good.
Yeah.
So this year I think I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to the Zankow Chicken by me, and they sell the chicken by itself.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna buy a bunch of the chicken and a bunch of their garlic sauce.
Ooh.
And then I just gotta like find like a
Nice.
place that
Feast.
sells like some good like veggies or something that I can
And
like
then just heat
reheat
'em up.
and just have like a big like chicken and
That's
garlic and veggies
perfect.
feast.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
love
Yeah, that's
that.
nice.
Dude,
That's
yeah.
good. Sounds
That's
good.
so
Like
good.
just gotta like make sure I get my order in time because
Yeah.
some of those places. Oh, it's like a year or two ago, someone sent me. I don't know how I got it. Giant thing of like barbecue brisket.
Wow.
And had that. That
Wow.
like put in the oven like
Yeah,
for multiple
wow.
hours, letting it heat up. Went to like a good barbecue joint by me and bought a bunch of like barbecue beans and sides and stuff the day before, and like was really good. That
I was looking at Jim Ross's, good old JR's,
Yeah.
his barbecue sauce.
Yes.
$8 a bottle. I need to order one. I'm going to order a regular and a hot.
Yeah,
They're just
gotta
$8.
get both.
This Saturday it's happening, Huber.
Yeah.
I'm going to Raising Cane's. I have Sweet Baby Ray's in my fridge right now.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna try it.
Try it out.
Yeah,
Try
try
it
it
out.
once.
Try it
Just
out.
once.
The synergy.
Right, yeah, the synergy. The sauce synergy.
And then I might combine cane sauce and Sweet Baby Ray's
Whoa.
and see what happens.
That is wild.
Lastly, great time Thanksgiving break. To get some gaming in. Over the weekend. I'm going to be playing some Vampire Survivor probably.
man.
Grinding that out.
Probably Pentiment.
Probably some Pentiment. How about you guys? And do you have any like Thanksgiving rituals or anything? I know it's a big time. Like probably going to be some double XP in Call of Duty somewhere.
Yeah.
Dude, the like multiplayer games during the holidays just hit harder.
They do.
They are electric.
They do hit harder, yeah.
What do you guys think
Those
about
queue times.
Yeah, there's longer queue times maybe. Any Thanksgiving gaming plans at all as we wrap this up?
I'll be playing Tactics Ogre Reborn still.
That seems like a good Thanksgiving game.
Yeah, it's a brick,
That is cozy.
but it is very cozy.
Yeah.
And kind of brutal.
Shit.
Sometimes.
Are there difficulties? Or is it just one?
No, I think it's just one.
Oh shit.
I think it's just
Is
one.
there permadeath for characters?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Some characters, yeah.
I gotta get in on that game, dude. I gotta buy in. I gotta get in there.
Well, I don't know, like,
Because I love Final Fantasy Tactics.
yeah, I mean, if you
Or
like
the
tactics,
Lions.
it's a
Love or the
no-brainer.
Lions.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But you haven't played Triangle Strategy, and I'm like, which one do you like more? I don't know.
What do you think, Damian?
Triangle Strategy is more story.
Which one would I like more, Damian?
I don't know because I haven't played Tactics so Reborn.
Oh, okay.
And I know Triangle Strategy, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. I definitely want to get around to Tactics Ogre, but I'm a little wary that it's so close to like the new Fire Emblem coming out in January. I don't want to like double up.
You don't want to be
too soon.
burnt out.
I was like, Tactics Ogre is a long strategy RPG, and Fire
Yeah.
Emblem's gonna be a long SRPG as well.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, just seeing it again today, Huber, you playing it like I am definitely gonna dive into Vampire
Survivor. Dude, addiction.
You got him hooked?
Addiction.
You got him hooked? Nice.
If it's on Switch, if it's
If
not,
I
I'll
think it is.
Is it?
I think it is.
Okay. I didn't know.
This seems like a great game to be lying in bed. Like, let me get a few more rounds in,
Let's do a live check.
But also, I might be done before we hit Thanksgiving. But if I'm not, I'm definitely logging in the last few hours of Save Room.
Save Room.
Like just so fun. Play like 1 or 2.
Not on Switch.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll find it on something else. 1 or 2 like puzzles a night just before I go to bed, just like real quick, and then like just put it down. Like it feels so satisfying.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm gonna play Dragonflight. The WoW expansion. I forgot.
It's coming out.
Like the end of the month. It's like the 28th. It's a little after Thanksgiving, but
okay.
I'll play for like a month. Then bounce out.
That's crazy. I haven't even like realized that. Chat blew my mind the other day. I was streaming. They're like, "So, Huber, you getting Pokemon?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Yo, it's out in a couple days." I was like, "What? A brand new Pokemon is coming out." I know I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan, but even I was shocked that I didn't realize because there's just so much content.
Yeah,
out of control.
Yeah.
Are you guys getting Pokemon?
Probably have to put some time into it.
I want to say
Frame Trap.
yes with my heart, but my brain says no.
Yes with my heart, no with my brain.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I get every time I play, dude.
Same.
I can't get into it anymore. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But every time I'm like, oh, this one.
This is the one.
This is the one. Look at these starters. Yeah. Whoa, it's like a little more open now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a multiplayer.
Yeah.
What's this one, right? Multiplayer?
I think there's multiplayer in past ones. Yeah.
Or like the, co-op.
Oh, you mean like that? Yeah, they
like
did that in like Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Like the raids.
Dynamis.
Yeah.
Love that stuff.
Dynamis.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for the check-in, and to all of you out there, have a wonderful holiday weekend. Get some gaming in. Doritos and Double XP are definitely on the menu.
Yeah.
And we'll see you later. Love and respect.